Good morning, everybody. We are here. It is Friday morning, I'm pretty sure. 78 degrees and sunny outside right now. Who do we have first in the chat today? Nick F. first in the chat, man. What's going on, Nick F? We got Frank CFV out there. Crack Sports Cards. What's going on? Pudgy, Crack, Paul, Keith, Mark, Pika Power. We got Paul, Mr. Simon, Crack Sports Card. Mr. Semenino is FIRST first in the chat. Yeah, right, man. I don't know about that. Pika, happy Friday to you guys. Crack Sports Card. Pika, Simon. There you go. You guys are going back and forth. I like it. Good Lord, Pika. Heck yeah. Keith, let's go, Mullen. Finally doing something today. Is Mullen up? Mullen Auto is sitting right here at $1.22 up 14%. Very nice. Do have I got QQQ on the bottom left right now. Entered some calls this morning on QQQ. Gonna see what happens. Probably got a break-even line down around. Let's see if we can get a break-even line on there. A 10% gain on those calls. It's probably somewhere in this area right here. So we'll see if it triggers. Was doing a lot better up here, but started to pull back into getting ready for the live stream here. So we'll see if it happens. I think it was up about 100% at one point. Now it did pull back. So we'll see it bounce back, and if it does, very well. If not, I'll tell you guys can't see anything. We got Big Clay instead of Little Weeble instead of Big Weeble. But yeah, I'm saying this right here is probably the stop loss line somewhere on those calls at a 10% gain. So we'll see what happens there, if we trigger or not. Would like some green candles to keep us in the game throughout the rest of the day here, as GameStop posting 3 really nice green candles there, and AMC, ladies and gentlemen, about $15 per share for the first time in a while. AMC doing very well this morning, up 3%, continuing on with yesterday's gains. So we like that action right there. Sorry, Clay, I legit fell asleep 1 hour before the second live. Crack Sports Card. The good news is, man, there was no second live yesterday, so you didn't miss anything at all. Till the next time. Oh, yes, Paul. Good morning, Mark. Yeah, Mark L., little flip-flop guy. Look at what ballsy play. Got into WTRH at 27 cents. Can you check out that chart and give you 2 cents? 20 cents. I'll give you 20 cents on it, man. Bronson, WTRH. Oh, man, you guys love the risky ones. WTRH. What do we got here? Waiter holding. Whoo, 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 whoo. Running over the last couple of days. Okay. Getting in at 27 cents. We're going to see what we got going on here. So, it is a ballsy play. Yes, if we're looking at this chart right here, you guys know that I don't really like this chart. All right, good news is, it is at massive levels of support and starting to break out. So if we see where we're at right now, let's get a line on here where we're at right now, 30 cents. If we come out to the weekly, we can see that we are right here trying to break back above this resistance level, and it might not be easy. The good news is, if it does, I don't think you're going to have problems getting back up close to $1, man. You could see some really big moves rather quick if it does break out from here. But depending on how much you've got into it, depending on how much risk you want to associate with this trade right here, looking at this, you're already 10% in the green at 27 cents, and it is rising right now. Look, dude, it is at resistance. So if it breaks it, yeah, I think you're going to have a nice little run up to that 40 cent range where it was trying to get to earlier on in the day. I wouldn't say, listen, if you don't want to hold it long term, dude, you're already 10% in the green, man. Put a stop loss on, guarantee yourself 5% gain if you want. And if it does end up running, perfect. If it ends up ticking you out and then running, well, dude, at least you guaranteed yourself a profit at that point. And no loss. You can put a stop loss on a break even if you wanted to get a little further out there, but obviously, you don't want to see it regress back down to 23 cents or something, and all of a sudden you're down 20% plus just on this very risky trade right here. But, dude, I mean, if it starts to run and breaks out of this area right here, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you do see 35, 40 cents again. And then if it continues to run from there, man, you're talking $1 before you got major resistance. 90 cents to $1 before you got major resistance in play. But, look, I wouldn't want to hold it long term. I really wouldn't want to hold this stock long term. I don't know what they do, but I don't know if I would expect weekly gains like this that we saw throughout 2020 here, where it just had massive upside going from 20 cents to $5. Clearly, it has proven in the past that it has It's been taking beatings, man. This is what you don't want to see right here. But 20 cents is really cheap, man, and it has been low for a while, so also got to consider whether or not it is looking at a delisting. Because it's been below $1 for 6 months here, 7 months. So they may have already filed for an extension. Not sure there. But that's also a risk that you can look at. But shoot, dude, already 31.5 cents. You're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good in my opinion there, man. Doing pretty good as it's rolling higher. Foreign, yo, sometime next week. All right, cool, thanks. Foreign, heck yeah. I didn't even see what Foreign said there. Clear roll, the rebel, saying positive things about Robinhood. Frank, you got to say something positive about Robinhood when they're trying to help your Shiba Inu coin out there, right? Hello, Cassie. What's going? Cassie's in the chat. I like it. DP, what's going on, DP? I have a moment. Good. Glad you got a moment. Frank, Pika with the... I didn't miss anything. Oh, I did. Pika says a cat, and I missed the cat. I don't believe it, man. I never want to miss a cat. Pika, I got you. Thank you very much, Pika. Sorry I missed that super sticker. Not used to seeing the super stickers come across before I even get on screen. So, Pika, thank you very much for the little kitty cat. And I'm glad you reminded me because I did not see that. And so I'm glad you sent that cat out there. Pika, thank you very much. Where we at here? Indranil! Oh my gosh, I love these. Indranil. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Indranil, what are we waiting for, man? What are we waiting for? I need to know what we're waiting for here. Oh my gosh. What are we waiting for, dude? Now I'm excited. Indranil, I'm excited, man. What are we waiting for? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. Thank you very much for the super chat or super sticker, Indranil. Man, 39 rupees. Boom, baby. I love it. Got 39 rupees coming in here. Meow. Oh, yes, Paul. Meow. Wait for what? Exactly, Cassie. We're waiting for it. MOAS. Waiting for the MOAS to happen. That's what we're waiting for right now, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the QQQ NASDAQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF out there. I believe excluding financial companies. It is sitting at $296.15 right now. I would love to see a breakout to $300 right now. Anybody want to see 300 on the QQQ? That would make me very happy. AMC sitting at 15.12 right now, posting some nice green lines here, 4.41% higher. Shiba Inu coin 11.28, dude. Crypto bouncing back off some of these lows, man. Crypto bouncing back off some of these lows, and Shiba Inu coin retesting levels that we haven't seen since the beginning of May. So very nice over there for Shiba Inu coin. Hopefully we can continue some gains there. I know Bitcoin doing pretty well this morning, retesting $22,000 per coin. Sitting right here in this range, still an acceptable range that we're trading in. Doesn't necessarily mean that the downside is over with, but some nice bounces off of these lows. We can absolutely trade the channels if we want to trade the channels, but my sentiment is still to the downside. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you guys want to put a little, I guess, trade together with bearish sentiment. You can still do so. Play with an underlying bias to the downside, but Bitcoin doing very well today, $21,900 at the moment. NASDAQ, like we say, doing pretty well as well. NASDAQ running into resistance right in this level right here. Man, if we break out of this little level, we could tick back up. We could tick back up to 300 on the QQQ and roughly around 12,000 on the NASDAQ. I would love to see some massive gains coming out of there as long as we break through this little level right here, this little level of mine. We're gonna break it thine. GameStop sitting down 4% today after yesterday's great gains. BR Therapeutics 70 cents, up 2% on the day. Ethereum and Shiba are down slightly while Bitcoin is up. Oh, I don't need that news. Sundial down 2.5%. Molinado looking pretty good today at $1.22. Anybody in Molinado? Keith seems like he's in Molinado. I'm not in Molinado. Is anybody else in the chat in Molinado right now? If you are, you're having a good day today. CEI, 41 cents. The SPY sitting up 0.20% higher. BBIG, $1.14. Highcroft Mining, up 6%, but it's still at $1.07 right now. We need to see Highcroft Mine do a little better so AMC can do a little better. Netflix, $188. Redbox, up 1%. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Clovis Oncology here, whatever this stock is, we got out at 215. Remember? Oh my gosh. It was an amazing exit. It was an amazing exit. Got out at the high of the day, and then it spent a little over a week below that, shooting up through it earlier, about 5 days ago, and coming back down. Yeah, it was still a good trade, and today touching $3.25. Man, I got in at 94 cents. I would have more than tripled my money on this one. So kind of wish I still had it at this point, but it's all right. It was still a good trade on the way there. Yeah, what are you going to do, man? 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, look at it like that and say you kick yourself for getting out. But nonetheless, absolutely soaring today and continuing that upside, looking very beautiful there. Box sitting at $1.82, down 5.5%. We've got Revlon break even today, not doing too much. Luna Classic 11,000, loving the gains there, maintaining those levels. And the QQQ sitting at 296.11 right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to see red lines. We want to see green lines on the QQQ. Come on, get us back up to an intraday high right here. That's what we want to see, an intraday high breaking out of that. Where are we on the daily chart? Right at that resistance level. I knew we would be, man. I knew we would be. Resistance right in here. If we're able to break this, I do think we could see some nice gains. Potentially, yes, back up to this 300 level. So let's go, man. Afternoon rally. Let's make it happen. None of this pullback stuff. Let's break out of, where's this line? 297, man. If we can break out at 297, I think we got a good chance of hitting another % gain and getting up to 300. That would be incredible. Or as Juan would say, increíble, increíble. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We want to see those gains today, ending the week on a positive note. Would be by far. Gosh, why am I still Big Clay? I'm supposed to be Little Clay, Big Weeble. You guys got to warn me about this stuff, man. I don't know what's going on over here. Shiba Inu going to the moon. Inspirational shorts. Always. Everything is going to the moon. Where we at? I have a few amount left. Been selling it for a loss to buy AMC. Cassie. Well, I'm glad that your AMC is going to be doing better today. And sitting up there at $15+ per share. Where's Wana? Pika! I don't know. Where is Wana? Wana, are you in the chat? Wana, please be in the chat right now. I need Bitcoin to get to 23,500 so we can go to the moon. Inspirational shorts. Yes, 23,500 would be a nice line to break on Bitcoin and see some further upside there. Maybe then all these idiotic centralized exchanges would allow people to start trading again. Hedges will raise the value of AMC to avoid the greater than $10 liquidity requirement if a stock split. Interesting, Jarrett. So they're gonna raise the price a little bit, avoid the greater than $10 liquidity requirement if stock split. So you're thinking that we could see a split. Is that what you're saying? You're thinking we could see Adam Aaron pounce on the short sellers the exact same way that GameStop is doing? Come on, Adam Aaron, be a little more creative than that. How much? A warning, a must-have before a stock split. You know what? That's actually I don't know. And I don't even know if it... that's a good question. Let's see if we can find that real quick, because I don't know the answer to that. Darn it! No red lines. We don't want any red lines. All right. Is a stock split need... All right, so I do think that an actual split would require shareholder approval. Okay, 0% shareholder vote is not required. Okay, if we're coming to decide to do a stock split, okay. Declare a reverse split if it obtains approval of his board. Okay, board of directors can approve it. All right, gotcha. So board of directors can approve a stock split. How much warning? Oh, man, look at those red lines posted on QQQ right now. That's terrible. All right, according to finance.zax.com, a corporation must notify the SEC a minimum of 10 days before the stock split. So 10 days before the stock split would be the minimum notice requirement to give the SEC. Therefore, I'm sure they would have to file that. And with everybody looking at everything that AMC ever files, I'm sure we would know the moment that that does get filed. So 10 days, we're getting that right here on a quick Google search. And coming down to rules for a stock split, finance.zax.com. We got corporations must notify the SEC minimum 10 days before the stock split, listing shareholders who are eligible to participate, and the proposed date of, I'm sure, record distribution and so on. So, very good there. Actually, good question, man. Thank you for making me look that up. How's Lunk doing? Lunk looks like it's doing pretty good today. What I want to see, though, I don't want to see this tap down below this line, man. I know it's got to be getting pretty close to a tap on the stock options there. We had some nice green lines, and it does seem to be bouncing back down, and it seems like we're going to have a 10% gain as opposed to the 100% gain that we had earlier in the day because of this pullback right here. That's the thing, man. Sometimes you let these stocks run. Looked like it was doing beautifully. No pullbacks whatsoever on the day, especially if you're looking at the 5-minute chart here. No pullbacks whatsoever on this rally. You decide to let it run, and then it just decides to go on and pull right on back. So hopefully we just got a little bit of a hiccup in this channel, and it doesn't end up tapping. I'm going to assume that the break-even point is down around here a little bit, but we need to see a pretty quick rally if we want to get out of there due to theta decay too. So hopefully we get a nice little rally, and it does start to tick back up and break some new intraday highs. So we'll see what happens there on the QQQ. I want to keep watching it, though, just in case I do see a pullback there. We want green lines, though, ladies and gentlemen, green lines. Any news on Voyager? I really don't want to lose my Shiba and Luke Bronson. No, so I don't know if it was Bloomberg or who wrote the article earlier. They were being pessimistic about it, man. They were being pessimistic about it. So, no direct news from Voyager, but some of the, reporters out there that are reporting on it seem to be pretty pessimistic about whether or not we're going to be able to recover 100% of our assets. Are you buying yet or being patient? Chevy Silver Raider, I'm still being patient. Dang it, man. That is not what I wanted to see. I can almost guarantee that tapped me out. Let's see if it did. Let's go full Weeble for a second and see if that tapped me out. I can almost guarantee that it did. Yes. Yes, got out of there. Darn, man. Made a gain, but nowhere near as good as the gain was just about a half hour ago. So that's terrible news, but at least we're not going to lose any money there if it does continue to pull back from where it's at. So, good deal. Out of that trade. We can watch whatever you guys want in the bottom left now. Go back to Weeble. We are here, so we're out of this. Don't care if it pulls back at all now. We've got, where are we at? I don't know what you guys want to watch. Bitcoin, we can watch Bitcoin or something over here. See what's going on with that. Filed for bankruptcy, unfortunately. Yes, they did. Definitely, I'm sick of the Bitcoin flip-flopping, honest with me. 2 inspirational stocks. We need to see some movement. My gosh, either just continue to fall so that we can continue to load up, or just start to run. Like, my goodness. The choppy action, one, makes it very difficult to trade. I mean, it honestly does. Like this right here, this morning. You know, it was a beautiful morning, really doing nothing but going up. Now let's look at a 5-minute chart. Really doing nothing but, lost the line. Really doing nothing but going up, and then it decides to pull back. So that is pretty tough to see it decide to pull back there. And it also does suck that it's starting to post some green lines now too, right after it taps me out. No, whatever, dude. We're out. Made a 10% gain. It's fine. Luke believes so many bag holders learn from Shib. Don't enter your suffering like this, Vecna says.
Get out while you still can, ladies and gentlemen. Don't suffer.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if Luna Class is going to make people suffer or not, but look, if you've got profits, man, like I just did right there, it's going to sting a little bit if this does bounce back now and all of a sudden go back up and hit an intraday high, but nothing wrong with booking profits, right? Nothing wrong with booking profits and taking your trade while you can. The options I had did expire at the end of the day anyway, so I wasn't going to be able to hold them long term. Short-term trade regardless. It's just you always wish to get out at the peak, and instead of on a dip this time, came back down and touched the stop loss. And look, if it goes below this red line, probably would have been losing money instead of making money. So we'll watch and see what happens there. Thoughts on Roblox? You know Chevy Silver Raider, I don't really know anything about Roblox, but I have 200 million Shiba Inu inspirational shorts. Nice. Crypto Rocketeer. Boom, baby. Dabbing on them as always. What's going on, Crypto Rocketeer? Is that good? Inspirational shorts. Yeah, that's good. Any amount of Shiba Inu coin is good, right, guys? You know, it doesn't matter if you have a billion, a trillion, or even 1 million Shiba Inu coin. You know, a lot of people want to know, is it good? Am I going to be able to retire off this amount of money? Is it going to turn into $1 million and things like that? Look, if you get 200 million Shiba Inu coin and it reaches half a cent one day, you've got $1 million. But you don't need $1 million for it to be good, right? $50,000 would be incredible. $100,000 would be incredible. So you got to look at what your definition of good is. If you can sleep at night with the amount of Shiba Inu coin that you have, you've got a good amount. Getting mighty close to the 1348 crossover on the daily AMC. Ooh, very nice. I wasn't even looking at the 1348 crossover. Chris, thank you for the super chat. Chris says, officially back on the grind, so naturally late to the chat. Put the A crew together to plant some flowers, and we're the last bed, then Casa. Okay, nice, man. Then we got to go home. Easy day. Loving the green. Hopefully calming people down a little bit. Yes, Chris, man. And thank you very much for the super chat. I like it, dude. You get the A team together. When the A team comes together, man, things get done. Now, that's what I'm talking about. I like it, Chris, and glad to see you got the A team working and putting those flowers out. I literally have no flowers in my yard, man. Literally have no flowers in my yard. I don't know. It would probably make the mulch bed look a lot better, but I don't know if I can deal with taking care of them, man. I don't know if I can deal with taking care of them. Oh, yes. Clint, have you seen Sugandi Outbreak? No, I have not. I converted half of my Shib for bone. Pika Power playing in with the Shibarium release there. Very nice, Pika Power. Hopefully that works out very well for you. Once the Shibarium is released, I do expect at least an initial run-up in Shibarium, right? Here's a perspective for you to think about if you are holding bone and potentially Shiba Inu coin, right? So Shibarium is released. We're going to get a lot of excitement. We're going to have a lot of people wanting to buy bone and potentially Shiba Inu coin, moving over. The novelty of it is going to be there. So you're going to look at some potential short-term spikes in price. Now, afterwards, if people do see that, well, crap, only like 1,400 people that are using Shibarium right now, this is kind of a flop, they may sell off their bone, and they may sell off some Shiba Inu coin and erase some of those gains you saw. I do believe it's going to be a longer-term adoption of Shibarium, and therefore any initial spikes we might see in price, we may see erased. So if you're trading it, you might want to consider selling at a peak and trying to buy back in a little bit lower. If it's a long-term hold, man, don't worry about it. Sangadis.
Correct sports cards. Go to sleep, dude. You're too tired, man.
You're too tired. Put 26 kin to Shiba on the last dip. Thanks for the tip, buddy. Shiba to the moon. Adam, let's get it, man. Always. Good morning, all you glorious apes. AMC over $15 again. Calls going in the money. Puts going out of the money. A lot of option interest next week. We keep this up. Gamma squeeze get pop off. Dude, I hope we get any sort of a squeeze that drives the price up a little bit, man. Clint, what's going on with the Ethereum merge? Also, since Shiba is Ethereum based, would it make Shiba go up? Chris, so the Ethereum merge is basically when proof of work and proof of stake are going to merge together. I don't think that the merge is going to be a complete shift from proof of work to proof of stake. When proof of work means that you're running your computer and mining cryptocurrencies with either ASIC miners or graphics cards. Proof of stake means that you're just staking your coins and you become a validator by staking your Ethereum. Some of the benefits of it, people don't like the fact that mining coins takes a lot of electricity. They think that that's bad. So it's going to be greener for crypto when it becomes proof of stake. It's most likely going to clean things up a little bit and offer more validation and different ways to verify transactions. But as far as like being a benefit to Shiba Inu coin, I don't think that it's going to be a huge benefit. If they're able to validate more transactions and so on, it may calm some of the congestion and may reduce some of the gas fees. But I don't know if it's like, wow, man, Shiba's going to spike because of the Ethereum merge. Could be a catalyst, but I'm not banking on it. Let's see. What's your thoughts? A lot. Japan's Abe being... Whoa. Ooh, the guy that's in charge of the central bank over there? Somebody murdered the head of the central bank in Japan? Is that what we're talking about? Bad antics. I did not see that if that happened, man. We need Elon to support Shiba Inu. We can fly, but he tweeted about it. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I don't expect Elon to show some support for Shiba Inu coin. I think he's a Doge guy, but it would be pretty interesting if he did, yes. Man, yesterday was nice. The highs of last night, I was only down 45%. Well, only down 45%. That's good, right? We want to be up 45%. Oh, my bad. I guess I didn't hear it. How's Lunk doing, Clay? No, Lunk's actually doing pretty good, man. Lunk's kind of sitting stagnant here. Lunk is just sitting in this 11,000 point per coin range and not doing too much, holding up at this major level of support right here in the 11,000 to 10,000 range, but 11,000 seems to be holding up very nice. If this was a pump and dump, I would have expected more of a dump than just a retracing of about 40 to 50% and holding steady. I would have imagined it would have pumped up and came right back down to where it was. But impressive that these support lines are holding. As far as whether or not it's going to spike up again, I do think we're going to need a catalyst. Anonymous could be an excellent catalyst if they do come out and announce that they found something on Do Kwon. So we're going to have to wait and see what goes on there. We do have a green line coming in here. Man, oh man, oh man. Now that I'm out, I don't want it to go up, but whatever. We're done with that trade, so we made our 10%. We'll move on. If there isn't a decent staking APY, I have no plans on moving my Shiba to Shibarium. Yeah, so kill a zero. I actually don't know if you're going to earn anything just by moving it to Shibarium. But people are trying to figure out, and they haven't released any information on it, how many Shiba Inu coin would be necessary to become a validator. If you were a validator, then you would essentially be mining. You're validating the transactions that are on there, and you would be receiving rewards for that. But I don't know how much Shiba you would need, and nobody's mentioned thus far how much Shiba Inu coin you need to become a validator. The former Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, got assassinated. Today or when? Killed this morning. My gosh. Bad antics. Shinzo Abe wasn't the head of the central bank an Abe as well? Huh, no. So maybe I was thinking about that guy. Is that the only Abe in Japan? I mean, not the only Abe in Japan, but is that the only, like, Abe? I thought the guy that ran Japan's central bank was an Abe. But I guess I could be wrong. Let's see. This close to 1200 PBT. Gosh, I don't even know PBT. On Shib, I really thought we were about to be breaking it. Dude, Kalani, we absolutely could be here pretty soon, though, man. We absolutely could be here. Point per token. That's probably what you're saying there. It was the fourth one to Keith. Smash the like button. Yes, guys, smash that like button. Please do it. Did you hit the like button? Vecna, he says he was the fourth one to do it. It's pronounced Abe. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah, see, I don't even know how it's pronounced, man. Abe was assassinated this morning. That is actually terrible news. Did not see how that happened. So somebody just like, I mean, not to like talk about it crude, but so somebody just had a homemade shotgun and walked up, or like it was like a home invasion, or what was going on here? Papa Lion, good morning to you. Good afternoon now, Papa Lion. The afternoon is here. It is no longer the morning. Let's see where we at here. Hello, good afternoon, brother. Hoping for the bear market to end sooner rather than Josh. Look, dude, I don't even care about buying the dip anymore. Like, I don't even care about getting cheap prices. Yeah, dude, yeah. I want to see the bear market end too, and I want to see nothing but gains. I want to see as much red as we've been seeing. I want to see that in green, but longer. Bear markets usually last, a fraction of the time that bull markets do, and I really do hope that we can see some massive gains, even if they're not from prices that are 90% lower than we are right now. I just want to see the sentiment turn bullish again, and for positive thoughts to be out there instead of negative ones. Some homemade con, he was giving a speech. Savage. Wonder why he's assassinated. Yeah. Homemade shotgun, too, man. How'd they get that? I mean, how do you get that through security? I don't know. I mean, I should probably know. Let's see. Ah, that's wild, man. That is absolutely wild. Clay was trying to look up the years, but how long did Michael Burry know about the crash before it happened? Chris, I don't think it was a very long period of time, man. I don't think that it was a very long period of time. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know the exact years, but I don't think it was a very long period of time. I think that they just started to uncover the fact that these bankers didn't care what they were doing, and that they began to make these loans out to literally anybody, and they just started to put the two and two together that if people are being loaned money with basically no credentials, something's got to give, and I really don't think it was that long. If anybody knows a little bit more about that than I do, like date wise, let us know. Get an answer for Chris there. But man, we are seeing some red right now, and now I'm glad that stop loss took instead of sitting there. Gosh, I just wish I would have been able to get out here instead of here. That would have been a nice return. What's up, Clay from Fresno, California? Abel Heroes, what's up from Ohio, man? What's up, peeps? Remy, how you doing? E aí, Clayzera, Jameson, boa tarde, bom dia. Where are you at, Jameson? Colorado. It's still the morning for you there, right? It's not noon yet. So, boom, Gia, Jameson. Did you see that nearly all UK Parliament resigned? Yeah, bad antics. I did. I don't know how many total it was, but I saw Boris Johnson resigned, and then I believe 3 other people that were working under him resigned. I don't know. Like, that's the last I saw was last night. I didn't see anything on it this morning. Dude, we've got some weird stuff going on right now, guys. And I know conspiracy theories are fun to think about and things like that. But, I mean, think about this. There's just an assassination that took place in Japan. That is wild. We've got nothing but bad news coming out here in the United States. The United Kingdom Parliament basically just dissolved itself. There is so many weird things going on right now that it leads you to wonder, like, this has to be leading to something. It has to be leading to something. Whether or not it's planned, whether or not it's all orchestrated, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it's not leading to something. And I don't want that to sound like dark and mysterious or whatever, because it does. But it's very strange to me that we've got a lot of catastrophic events taking place all at the same time right now. Yes, we get that going on right now. Pika, we didn't end up with a black hole, though, right? We didn't end up with a black hole. A lot of shaking up in this world. No doubt, bad antics. No doubt, man. And I don't know. Does anybody know what it's leading to? Is anybody, because I don't keep up on all the conspiracy theories, right? Does anybody know? I can make my own up, but does anybody know what it's leading to? Like, if you do, if somebody's already called it out there and everything seems to be falling in place and lining up, let us know. New World Order set up, DD214. One world government, dude. That's what they say is coming. One world government. We're going to have a one world currency, and we're going to have a one world ruler, man. And let me tell you this. You guys think that's a good idea? Those are the end times, man. Good idea, bad idea. End times. We get a one world government coming in here. A great global reset coming in here. We could have a great global reset, guys. Like I say, one of the easiest ways to do that, boom, global digital currency. Everybody's on their equitable playing field. If you think your cash in the bank is worth something, think again. You've got your global digital currency, and you're all going to have a whole whopping 5,000. Perfect. Everybody starts on a level playing field. Oh, I have family that works in Kansas City Hospital. Which one, Jeffrey? Oh, man. Remember, Clay, it was an assassination that was one of the causes of World War I. These are crazy times. Frodo. Yeah, dude. And look, I'm not going to lie. I do remember now that you said that. Oh, God. Wasn't it like Archduke Franz, or some Archduke somewhere, right? I don't want to say it and be wrong or whatever. My World War II history is literally from like 9th grade. I'm trying to remember back to 9th grade right now. Gosh, man, I don't know. One of you guys knows plenty more about World War I than I do. But yeah, dude, now that you mention it, you are right. And we've got a lot of stuff. Dude, everybody's on edge. Everybody's on edge right now. And the littlest, and they might not seem like little things, right? But everything wants to push everybody right over that edge and start cataclysmic events by just one event happening. Everybody is so emotional. Everybody is so passionate. Everybody is so fueled with hate that, yeah, dude, yeah, I mean, this could absolutely lead to something, man. Darn, I wanted a black hole. Pika! I think I might take a black hole at this point. Like, no joke. I think we might be on for a black hole, and it might do us all a little bit of justice if we do. Crack Sports Card. Listen, man, if you wake up one day and I'm not here, Chapter 11 Voyager. Now, how long to be able to touch your money again? To take Jameson. Yeah, dude. Look, I'm not going to try and play doom and gloom with you, but I had money in Voyager, right? And by no means am I like forgiving them or or thinking that they're justified in doing what they're doing. But I will tell you this, man. Emotionally, I am trying to prepare myself to never touch that money again. It might be a little easier for me because I swear to you, I have lost more money in my lifetime to thieves than probably anybody else in this room. But yeah, I'm preparing to never touch that money again. If I do, great. If I don't, yeah, at least I'll be prepared for it, right? I'm preparing right now to never touch the money in my bank again. I'm preparing for the great global reset. I really am. Peak power. We are currently being sucked into a black hole. Galaxies like our Milky Way have black holes in the center of them. Oh my God, Kalani, I don't want to fall into a black hole, man. Archduke Ferdinand assassination popped off on the Great War. Oh, dude, I was actually right. Because that's what I was gonna say. But Frodo, I was way too embarrassed to say Ferdinand. I didn't think that was right. I thought he might have been I thought the Franz Ferdinand may have been an explorer, and then I was mixing up like World War II or World War I history with some explorer like Magellan or something that discovered the New World and things like that. So no, I didn't want to mess it up, but that's who I was thinking about. Can we reach 100,000 subscribers before CERN black hole grows bigger? DD214, the best thing that you can do is share this with your mother, your brother, your sister, your dad, your cousin, your friends. Yes, we can reach 100,000. We can get the plaque set up. Listen, we hit 100,000. I promise. I'll hang this wall and put a shelf up. We can get the 100,000 subscriber plaque and the lava lamp. We can get the crown. We can get the 8-ball. All of that stuff set up, and then get sucked into a black hole. And no longer exists. It'll be fine. Or one was country assassination. Japan was a civilian who was upset and then killed. Yeah, but dude, we still know that it could result in an uprising, in unrest. Dude, the same way we got things going on here with me and you supposed to be pitted against each other and tearing each other apart. The same thing could start to happen over in Japan. The same thing could start to happen nation against nation. And instead of fighting nation against nation, man, we literally just tear ourselves apart from within, right? What better way to do it? Why would Russia have to fight the U.S.? The U.S. is fighting the U.S. Pretty soon, Russia will be fighting Russia. We just won't know about it because of their media, and nothing will be able to get out. Same thing with China, man. Japan, it could all start from within and then just spread out. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it has to be nation against nation at this point. I think we're going to destroy ourselves if we let them. If we let each other do it, we will do it. Facts, Pika. Lunk to the moon. Davargini. Let's get it. Is that like Lamborghini, but Davargini? Heck yeah. Meanwhile, Jmax, yes, says never came to the public. Dude, you know if that list gets to the public, there's going to be some more assassinations, though. Any reason market is selling off? JJ, not that I know of, right? And this is a pretty drastic sell-off, too. We were up pretty well this morning with the QQQ, the NASDAQ ETF out there at 296. Bought some calls, actually, yesterday, and then bought some more. Timed it perfectly this morning. Bought some more calls right here. Was actually up 100% right in here. It was a beautiful gain, but literally no pullbacks at all throughout the morning. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to let it ride. It seems like we're going to be able to maybe steady off a little bit, but keep this ascending trend line going and put a stop loss on at a 10% gain, and then ended up hitting a 10% gain in this area right here. It didn't tick all the way down to the red line, but kind of glad I did, man. Otherwise, I would have been sitting on a pretty heavy loss right now if this was a 100% gain and this was a 10% gain. I'd probably be sitting on a 40 or 50% loss right here. What happened in Japan? So they had some sort of I don't know. The former prime minister of Japan was campaigning or some sort of a political rally or something, and some dude had a homemade shotgun, fired 2 shots. The first one missed, and the second one hit the guy in the chest and neck, and he died a couple hours later. So, what is it? Former prime minister that was assassinated in Japan today. Shooter Warrensburg never made it to the hospital or onto the grounds. He was arrested before he made it. We talking Japan there? Shooter, what happened? Yeah, Zavergini. Yeah, Japan's economy is in big trouble right now, and their currency is tanking. Gosh. No, I want the USDJPY. We got that? Yeah. Yeah, dude, I didn't realize. I didn't realize their daily chart looked like this. Dollar against the yen. My gosh. This is just since the war started. And the thing is, the Japanese yen is typically a safe haven as well. And it does seem to be getting annihilated against the dollar over the last couple of... Well, this is over the last year. This is over the last year here. But since the war with Russia, yeah, it's been doing nothing but coming down. Golly bum, man. Meanwhile, Shiba Inu coin posting some green lines there. Read question: what is the cheapest meat you can buy? Deer balls, because it's always under $1. John J. All right, man, I like it. I like it. Ex-Prime Minister of Japan, as someone, shout out my thing. Yeah, Justin. Yeah, so that happened this morning, and he did pass away. Coming out, ITs and Ultra, right-wing former Prime Minister. Yeah, Waingro. Yeah, regardless of who he is, man, it's obviously devastating that happened, especially for the people of Japan, right? We'd still exist. We would go through a spaghettification. A time-space matter would be stretched whilst time slows down and divides endlessly until we reach the event horizon and end up like Markarian 335. I have no idea what that is, man, but it sounds extremely dangerous. You live in Missouri? Maybe. China and Japan introduced a stimulus package for their economy. Oh, boy. Well, there's going to be some inflation over there. Shout out from the Philippines. Richard! We got a couple guys in the Philippines right now. Japan is the third largest economy in the world by GDP. For the currency to fall that dramatically, that quickly, is not good for worldwide market. Frodo, agree completely. And I didn't know that it was... I haven't looked at the currency markets in a while. I've been focusing on the Euro USD a little bit because of their recession concerns. And the fact that it's almost going to reach parity, which hasn't happened in like over 20 years. But I have not looked at the yen in quite some time. And it has fallen drastically, even just over the last 4 months, since the Russia-Ukraine thing. But man, QQQ is back down this morning. Guys, look, nobody ever wants to use stop losses. Right? Nobody ever wants to get ticked off by a stop loss and then have it bounce back the other way. Stop loss hunting, yes, it's a real thing, and nobody wants to use stop losses. But this is an excellent example, right? I can kick myself all day long for not knowing that this was going to be the peak of the day and assuming that this trend was just going to continue on throughout the day here. And letting it ride, make the decision to let it ride. But starts to pull back, and I said, no way, I'm going to let this thing, after being up this much, go back into the red. So put a stop loss on right here. Yes, it did start to kick back up pretty nicely, but then started to drop back down and ended up tapping out. Yes, it would have sucked to have watched this bounce back up then and hit a new intraday high, but this is a stop loss saved me from a lot of loss here. So that's good. Stop losses aren't always a bad thing. Sometimes they're a good thing. Click, would you have merch exactly a year from now? That's when I'm going to be back in the U.S. Yes, correct. I will, man. I will. And if not, I can make you a shirt. I get everything is bad, and if the world economy crashes, it'll be bad, but I feel like this whole thing should prove money is ultimately just a man-made concept and shouldn't be needed. It's so needed as it is. Chris, dude. I feel like that's what I'm trying to be taught here, dude. I feel like that's what I'm trying to be taught. I don't know. With Voyager stealing things and the economy looking like it is in a bad position and things like that, you're exactly right, man. You're exactly right. It's a man-made bartering system. Everybody wakes up every day with their focus of getting more money. And dude, I'm starting to see that they could very easily you just take the worth of that dollar and make it worthless. So what are we striving for in that sense, man? You're right. I lived in Kansas City for 20 plus years, then moved around from Kansas, Nebraska, and then got stuck in Iowa. Oh, what's wrong with Iowa? Mercurian 335, in 2015, NASA observed a phenomenon, a strange beam X-ray being emitted from a black hole. Crazy looking. Dude, what the heck was it, man? Clay, Bobby, what's going on, Bobby? Pika, well, at least we made some same crazy timelines. Tomorrow could bring anything at this point. Yes, it could, Emma D. Rip James can't. I watch A Thief. Dude, watch Elf, man. Great film there. AMC will bounce, maybe, a close 15, maybe. It did 214. I hope that it does close above 15 today. It'd be a nice follow-through of yesterday's gains and a sustain of that 1450 break. I don't want to close below 1450. 1450 is significant, and I would like a close above 1450. 15 would be nice, but this yellow line, man, 1450 is where I'd be more concerned with. But yeah, I want to see a close above 1452. Also, Clay, I saw a pattern in the AMC the other day. 2 greens, 1 red, 3 green, 1, maybe 2 red, 3 green, maybe 1, 2 red, then green again. We talking on a daily chart? Look, dude, people, you can get really, really sucked in to all of the patterns that are out there. And let me say this, because there's a lot of guys, like, I know Astro likes pattern and fractal trading and things like that. If patterns are going to be your thing, look into candlestick trading, okay? I don't really care too much for candlestick trading, but you could just Google candlesticks, and there are so many different candlestick patterns that you can look at, and people believe that depending on the candle, you can judge sentiment, and you can judge what's going to happen next. And to a certain degree, you can, right? Each one of these candles, there's people that believe, and me to an extent, yes, I do as well, believe that you can judge the market sentiment and emotions by the patterns in the chart and by what the graphs look like. If this morning, you know, I truly believed that these gains were going to continue on, and they did, okay? But it didn't continue on all afternoon long. And once a couple things happened here, this is why I felt comfortable putting a stop loss on. Once, let's go on a 5-minute chart, because I was watching 5, but we'll just see here. So once a couple things happened, this ascending trend line was there. This was my first level of support, let's say. The next level of support was the previous high that it had to break through between this little area in here. What ended up happening was the sentiment was very strong. It was very bullish all morning long. And then once this first level was broken, okay, that's fine. It doesn't have to hold this super steep ascending trend line all day long. Let's put another level of support on here. Horizontal level of support hit at the previous intraday high here. Put this level on, and yes, it did get broken. So got retested, and at this point, I said, all right, dude, look, I don't really care to mess around. Let's put a stop loss on, because sentiment did seem to be turning back over at this point. And I put my stop loss on in this area, just below the previous level of support. So in case it was broken, it gave me a little bit of room, but it did end up being broken, tapped out, and at this point, yes, I would say sentiment is bearish. I would imagine, okay, holding up right in this area with a little support, I would imagine we do see a continuation to the downside right here based on this chart. Potentially back down to here or even here. So we'll put it right here to see if we end up coming back down to this area right here on the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ tracking ETF. But if it breaks this line, I wouldn't be surprised to hit down in this area as well. So we'll see what happens, and it's already continuing to the downside. So you can kind of feel what is going on based on chart patterns and candlesticks, but I don't like the idea that patterns always have to repeat themselves. You get Elf over at Thief. Seriously, which is the same present day Shaq is better than 1995 Shaq. Wayne Girl, come on, man. You don't like Elf? It's classic. Bobby, thank you very much for the super sticker. Bobby says, Bobby, thank you very much for the super sticker, man. I love that little lime head guy. That little lime head guy is awesome. Bobby, you're awesome, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Let's just get an amen for waking up for another day. Amen, Papa Line. Every day is a blessing, man. We're here and we're moving forward. I feel like we should use multiple indicators as well. Yeah, Supreme Plug. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There, you can use too many. You can definitely use too many that will basically prohibit you from ever entering or exiting a trade. Like if you need a moving average crossover, if you need a support line crossover, if you need a Fibonacci retracement, if you need the RSI to hit a certain level, if you need the MACD to hit a certain level before you either enter or exit your trade, you need a lot to occur. But yeah, dude, stacking a couple of your top indicators that you feel most comfortable with, not a problem at all. For example, if we're watching this fall down right now, right? If we're thinking about entering, okay, it's bouncing off this little level in here where it had a little resistance this morning. But if you're thinking about entering this trade, if you're only using a moving average crossover and you got a quick, maybe a 1 and a 3 or something, you might get in. But stacking it with a moving average crossover and maybe the RSI coming back out of oversold territory or something along those lines could be a great double stack for you to get a second badge of confirmation or something to say that your entrance is legitimate. So definitely something that you can do. But like I say, if you're starting to stack 4, 5, 6, 10 different indicators that you've got to see hit before you can get in, you may never get in or out of a trade. Cashapp will kayak down the Mississippi and pick you up. I want to eventually leave my state too. Nice. Peak of power. Jumping down. Dude, has anybody ever kayaked the entire Mississippi River? That would be incredible. Also, when the market starts going down, when things get real bad, what are some smart assets to play to the downside or short? Will Citadel go down when we squeeze? I don't know if Citadel will go down when we squeeze. I would have said no, but watching all of these hedge funds collapse lately, it leads me to believe that yes, they could. Not only are traditional hedge funds going down, but crypto hedge funds are going down in record numbers. So yes, it is a possibility that they do allow themselves to go under because of the leverage that they've got going on out there. Now, what are some smart things to play to the downside? Dude, you can, if you think we're going down, you can easily buy an inverse ETF, meaning when the market goes down, that ETF will go up. They make leveraged inverse ETFs, where if the market goes down, those ETFs go up 2 to 3x. For every percent that the index goes down, that ETF will go up 2 to 3 times as much. And there's a lot that you can look at too. If the financial sector is getting hit very hard, like if we start to see a transition to a global currency instead of it's like a sovereign government currency, then all of a sudden the banking system might get destroyed. And therefore, you could short the banking system, buy some puts on the banking system, things like that. It really all depends on what's going on out there and what you're comfortable with. If you want to invest in gold and silver, like a lot of people say, is the hedge against inflation and a hedge against the end times, dude, you could go precious metals, man. They're going to be shiny. We may have to go back. to using gold and silver to barter, dude, if they do destroy the global financial system. So there's a lot of things to be considered in that statement, but like strictly speaking, probably an inverse ETF would be one of the safest bets to go out there and buy as things are falling. If we reset financially, do we finally raise up when all government officials give themselves disproportionate amounts of new money? Like, how far do we let this go? Asking for all of humanity. Emma D. And let me say this, okay? Let me say this. No, I don't think that we will. I think that we should, yes. But I don't think that we will, and let me say why. And this is a proponent of why I think that people would be grateful if something like that happened. If we were to go to some sort of a one world currency and a literal great financial reset, right? If you look at it like savings accounts in the United States, I forget what the exact number is, but I believe that only 5%, you guys can go Google this right now if you want, but I believe it's only 5% of the entire United States has more than 20,000 in savings. And I believe it's only 10% that has more than 5,000 in savings. And you guys might be saying right now, well, I've got more than that, I've got less than that. You would either be in the 95% or you would be in that 5%. But knowing those numbers are so drastically skewed, let's say that it is correct that it's 95% that do not have $20,000 saved. If we were to move over to a great reset and 95% of the entire population was set to gain because of it, they were said to have 20,000 US digital dollars in their wallet. What would they uprise for? What would be the problem? Everybody would be benefiting from that. And guys like Elon Musk, the other 5% of the world, they would say, forget you, screw you. It doesn't matter if you worked for that money. We are here to reset and start an equitable United States. If the leaders want to take 100,000, they can take 100,000. But I don't think that there would be an uprising, because I think that the vast majority of people would be pleased to see something like that happen. Now, along the way, what they're not going to recognize are the fact that, your current US dollar is worthless. Everything is going to be able to be controlled 100% on blockchains and through this digital currency and things like that. So, yeah, I think that everybody would just be, not everybody, right? But because the vast majority would be okay with it, no, I don't know if the 5% would be able to make enough noise. Watch too many scenes from The Big Short thinking about money. Like when you have a drawing in your head and you end up with a stick person drawing because your drawing skills are dog crap. Yeah, but that's why you got to keep the drawing in your head, Chris. That's why you got to keep the drawing in your head, man. No, for real though. And that's good that you're thinking that way. Why? Because you don't have to draw the bank, man. You don't have to draw the bank. But you can absolutely put these skills to work when it comes to investing or trading or making a decision like that with your finances. So, yes, dude. Yes, you're on the right path. Let's see, my drawing skills are crap. Mine too, man. Mine too. I can get away with a stick figure, though. Robinhood did an awesome thing for crypto. Yeah, life with Maine, dude. Especially if you were holding your crypto on Robinhood and you want to get it off exchange. I mean, I think they did do a great thing there. Trying to think back on the days when Shib was at 0.00005. Ah, Brandon. One of these days, we might see 0.00005 again, dude. If Elon, I have to ask Elon if he would adopt a 60-year-old. Bobby, ask, while you're at it, while you're asking him about that, ask if he would adopt a 33-year-old as well. I wouldn't want to run with 50 pounds of gold during the apocalypse. Yeah, Pika, that would be pretty tough, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want to run around, my gosh, with my digital currency either, though. I would just want to stay put, man. I would want to stay put and try to enjoy the last days during the apocalypse there. You'd be a pretty good target with 50 pounds of gold on your back. Clint, part one. If we have a reset, say many of us would be rich from the MOAS and others. Wall Street people would still work there and just earn their money again once. Part two, once they get their fortune back, would we just have trillionaires like we have billionaires now? So Chris, it would probably depend on the amount of money that was printed or distributed during this great reset, right? If everybody was literally given an equal playing field of $20,000 or whatever, I don't know what that would, what's that equate to? If we're just talking U.S., 330 million, right? Times 20,000, what's that get us? Million, billion, trillion. So actually, no, that gets us about the same amount of money that's currently out there. $6.6 trillion is all the cash that is out there right now. It's not all the wealth that is out there, but it is all the cash that is out there. So if we did do some sort of a great reset like that, here's the thing that we often overlook, though. In an equitable reset where everybody's sitting on this $6.6 trillion distributed evenly, the government, there's no private ownership. So Elon Musk sitting in his billion-dollar house, right? I know he doesn't have a billion-dollar house, but Elon Musk sitting in his billion-dollar house is no longer his billion-dollar house, man. No more private ownership. It's owned by the government at that point. So the government stands to benefit greatly because they take everybody's wealth and redistribute it in a way where the 6.6 trillion is given to everybody. So yes, over time, some people will lose money, some people will accumulate money, and then you've got your winners and your losers once again. It would be very difficult. Well, let me say this. It would be very difficult with the current way of things to I guess, continue that equity. Now, if everything was on the blockchain and your wallet was only able to ever hold a maximum of 30,000 US digital dollars, and everything above that was taxed at a 100% rate and either distributed between the other holders or distributed back to the government that owns the wallet in the first place, yes, it would be impossible to accumulate any wealth at that point. So these are conspiracy theories, though, guys. These are conspiracy theories. I hope nothing like that ever happens. Any global change or a reset of monetary systems will benefit the rich and powerful and not benefit the middle class or the poor. They would never give up control. Yeah, no. I don't know. Listen, the powerful, yes. I don't know if the government necessarily cares about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is clearly rich, and these guys are really rich, yes. But the control part, you're absolutely right, dude. You're absolutely right. And if they wanted to make everything a digital dollar, you got to have your wallet to go spend at the grocery store and so on. You have to earn through your wallet. Dude, you can easily put caps on the amount of money that your cryptocurrency wallet can hold. And then from there, let's say, you try to accumulate over $30,000 and all of a sudden you get hit with 100% tax. It could be a burn tax, man. It's redistributed to either all of the holders so that we all continue to earn a little bit, or it just goes straight back to the government. So you never overstep and become too powerful for them to control. But Frodo, 100% agree with you, man. They will never give up that control. If there was some reset, I would say people would be making $7 a week, 40 hours. I say this because the distribution of the world's funds governments, Bronson, I was cleaning out my attic, and under the insulation, I could see pay stubs from 1907 for $7 off 50 hours. Yeah, Bronson, no, I agree, man. I agree. And if you want to work harder, like if you want to go out there and try and start some sort of a business or, pool funds, you start a business where people are working for you, but you're the one accumulating the wealth and so on, but you're still distributing to these people that are helping you, yeah, dude, they could just cap it. They could just cap it if they wanted to. Hey, brother, do you know what they say? Do you know the Federal Reserve say yesterday about interest rates? So JJ Camacho, no, yesterday was just the release of the minutes. No, that was the day before yesterday. So the yesterday is when the two guys from the Federal Reserve, not Jerome Powell, were talking though, And from what I read on that, they believe that we could see a slowing down of interest rate hikes after July. So let's say we raise interest rates by 0.75% in July. They were expecting that we could see a reduction in increases. Not meaning a reduction in the overall interest rates, but if we hit it by 75 basis points in July, we might only have to hit it by 25 or 50 basis points throughout the rest of the year. So slightly bullish in the sense that they think inflation is going to be under control, but not necessarily a guarantee. It's just their current sentiment and their current thoughts. Till the next time. Wow. Dude, I gotta say, guys, this was a good conversation. I have no idea how that time went by that fast. You guys kept it good. You guys kept me on my toes today. I have no idea how it's 1 o'clock already. No idea how it's 1 o'clock. I honestly think that black hole may be hitting. I have no idea how we're at 1 o'clock already. I think that black hole might be taking effect already. Wow. Why would you go to work? To economy, it would collapse. Kill a zero. Exactly, man. But if you don't go to work, your wallet's shut off. Your wallet's shut off. You got nothing if you don't go to work, dude. Clearly, you question why people go to work in countries like Venezuela and Turkey and Argentina and stuff where they are running wild with inflation and you've got things going on like that. And a lot of times they don't, man. A lot of times they don't. They just wait for their handouts too. And that's not to say anything against the people, right? That's to say everything against the rulers that are allowing the country to deteriorate like that. But you're right, man. Why would you want to work like that if you knew you were already at your maximum threshold? And I guess the only answer that I could think of, if I was 100% in control, is that, dude, if you don't go to work, I'm cutting your wallet off. I'm gonna hit your wallet. You don't get any transactions. So you don't go to work, you can't do anything at that point. You gotta be a good boy and do what I say. Otherwise, you don't even have access to the money that you do have. But guys, I can't believe it's 1 o'clock already. Let's get our names in the chat. We'll do some shout outs. We will be back a little bit later. Victor is cool, man. Cool. Yes, Victor's cool. Victor, man, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Let's do these shout outs, guys, and we'll be back a little bit later. Bronson, see you later, man. Sam Demand number 2. Shout out to you. I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Chris, that's why I think the Republic. I'm meant to be and stand with the tyranny government in the Constitution. I don't like tyrannical governments, guys. Victor, see you later. Pika Powers felt like a podcast. It went really fast for me. It went really fast for me. I don't know why. Pika, it felt good, actually. Cracked, see you later. Enjoy your night, Cracked, man. Don't worry about staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning. Bye, everyone. Good discussion today. Let's continue later. Heck yeah. Frodo, see you later, man. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. DD214, oh, I stop. That's a good thing. 5 more minutes, Clay. It's already 5 minutes later, dude. It's 1:05 already. Pika Power, see you later. Keith Kemp, Bobby, enjoy your afternoon. Victor, Peter, see you later, man. Crack Sports Cards, J Bones, Durka, what? Durka. There you go. Mayor, see you later. Enjoy your afternoon. Johnstontown, have a good afternoon as well. Pika Power, love the podcast vibe. Heck yeah, me too. Crack Sports Cards, see you later. Emma D, good seeing you as well. You guys know what time it is. If you want to say it with me, say it with me. Till the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day. Dude, I'm waiting to close the live stream. Lucky's Thoughts. Top. Anybody that's still here gets to see it. Top. Lucky's Thoughts. You know who you are, man? You are the top one in the chat today. Lucky's Thoughts. Thank you very much. And now, encore. You guys know what time it is. So if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Till the next time. Hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.